What's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again hitting y'all up with this information. People ask me questions, I try to answer them. One of the questions I got is, how do you go from being a friends with benefits to a girlfriend? And I came up with like 7 ways that you could go ahead and do this shit. And y'all better listen and try to make it happen. The first thing you got to do is keep it real with yourself. It's number 1 on the list. The reason why a lot of people are stuck in the friends with benefits category is because they just don't want to keep it real and admit that they friends with benefits, or don't want to admit that you're a fuck buddy, a jump off, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people don't want to admit that stuff, so that's why they stuck in that situation and they can't really get their way out. So number 1 is you got to admit it. The first key to stopping or fixing a problem is acceptance. I heard that in AA, so nah. But no, really. Y'all gotta just go ahead and, make the admission to yourself. Another thing you gotta do is number 2 is figure out what's missing. A dude is not putting you in a different category because there's a reason for that. A lot of women will be like, they're all little boys and they don't want to grow up and that's why they're doing this, yada, yada, yada. Usually the reason why a dude has you in the friends with benefits category is something that boils down to what he thinks about you or what he thinks you don't have going for you. Sometimes it could be physical. It could be like just how you look is not the type of girl that he envisioned himself with. Like my homeboy once said to me, this ain't the woman God want me to have. That's what a lot of dudes think. So you might not be girlfriend material to him for that reason. It may be because certain things that you do or certain things that you can't do. You may not be able to cook. You may not really be able to help him with anything. He may just not see any value in you that's going to cause him to be like, yo, let me wife this chick up. So instead, he just hit you with some stiff jabs and then move on to the next chick. So that's kind of, if you want to make that elevation, you got to look inside yourself and say, what is it that could possibly be missing? And you want to talk to him about that too. And don't get mad at the answers when you talk about the stuff to the brother. Ask him the questions and then figure out, what it is and see if it's something you could change or do something about. Stop being sexually available and offer something more. What I mean by that is a lot of women would be like, I can't get out of this friends with benefits thing. I can't get out of this. Every time this dude call me up, it's just a smash and then he leaves right after that. Why? Because you're sexually available. I mean, that's all you do is fuck. You don't do nothing else. You can't say, why do you just want to smash all the time when every time he call you up and say, can I hit it? You're right there. You're available. You ain't got shit else to do. You're there to get smashed and then you have nothing else to offer. You're not trying to offer him anything else. You expect the dude to just elevate your status just to do it, just to be nice or something. And that's not going to happen. You're never going to get that. What you're going to run into most of the time, dude's going to keep smashing and then bounce on you. So if you want dudes to stop bouncing on you or you want dudes to stop just using you for sex, then the biggest thing you have to do is put yourself in a situation where you're not being so sexually available. You ask him to do, hey, let's do something else. You want to go, offer him some other opportunity to do things with you. If he's not accepting those things, then it may be a situation where you ain't never going to come out of the whole friends with benefits thing, so you might want to just move on. If he is not giving you that opportunity to believe that you can come out of this friends with benefits thing, we're on number 4 now. I'm going to do a little recap for you. Number 1 was keep it real. Number 2 was figure out what's missing. Number 3 was stop being sexually available. We're on number 4 now. Number 4 is when these things aren't really working for you, you need to sever all contact. Stop calling this nigga. Stop talking to this nigga. Stop hanging out with this cat. Don't have shit to do with him. I don't give a damn if he call you and tell you his house is on fire. Don't go over that motherfucker to help him put out the blaze. Don't give him a ride to the store. Don't do shit for him. Sever all contact. If you're not in the situation you want to be in, if you're working at a job and they won't give your ass a promotion, throw them the deuces. Quit. Same thing you got to do with these cats. If they ain't giving you what you want, then don't give them what they want. How you going to sit around and keep letting this man hit it and then expect him to give you something more in a relationship than what you're getting right now? He ain't got no reason to. You still letting him fuck. So no matter how much you complain, it's not going to make a difference. Sever that contact. No calls. No nothing. Don't let him show up at your house at 3 o'clock in the morning and beat your back out, use your shower, and then go home. Stop doing that shit. After you get done, number 5, you're going to have to spend some single time. A lot of you women wonder why you keep getting into these friends with benefits relationships, but you keep bouncing from dick to dick. One dude was friends with benefiting you. Then the next dude you run into a week later is going to do the same thing. Because you haven't given yourself enough time to really change, and you haven't given dudes that used to fuck with you enough time to see you in a single light. What I mean by that is every time you get off of him, you get off one dude that was doing the friends with benefits thing. That didn't really work out the way you wanted it to. He might still have a chance to miss you and start thinking, well, maybe I do need to start a relationship with her. But every time he look at you, you right over on another dick. Doing the same shit you was doing before. You go from one friends with benefits to another one. Or you think another guy's going to offer you more, so you go start fucking with him. And then guess what? He don't turn out to be what you thought he was going to be. So you right back over there trying to call a dude that used to do the friends with benefits shit with you. So it's a cycle. You keep running back into the same niggas. You like in a fucking merry-go-round of dicks. And you can't get out of it. And you wonder why you friends with benefits and not girlfriend, but it's because of the fact that you never really get a whole relationship going. And you never develop the things by yourself that would help you be the type of person to get a real relationship going. You just bounce from dick to dick hoping that one dude gonna rescue you from this cycle of being the friend with benefits. And it ain't gonna happen. When you spend some time to get by yourself, the number 6 thing you want to do is once you spent that time by yourself and you feel like you really got yourself together and filled in some of the gaps that's kind of put you in that friends with benefits situation over and over and over again, then you want to start looking for this nigga's replacement. Because now you feel like you spent some time by yourself. And now he's had an opportunity to contact you. He's had an opportunity to holler at you and be like, hey, I want to try to make it work. So you need to go ahead and start looking for a replacement because you got your shit together. You've taken the time out to fill in some of the gaps. If you was too big for that dude, you might have taken the time out to do a couple sit-ups. Cool. If you was in a situation where you couldn't cook, maybe you took a couple cooking classes, bought a cookbook. I don't know, did something like that. If you was the type of chick who you really didn't have a lot of knowledge, maybe you went and took a college class or something, got your shit together, step your game up a little bit, so now you could do a little better than you did last time. It's like doing an exit interview on a job. You should always ask somebody, especially after they fire your ass, or if you need to quit because you couldn't do no better, hey, why didn't you give me a damn promotion? And when you find out, start fixing that stuff before you go on to your next job. The 7th thing is, guess what? He's going to come back. Because he's going to miss that pussy at some point. And he might miss you. Probably not. But he might miss you. But he's definitely going to miss that pussy at some point. And he's going to come back. The friend with benefits always tries to knock the door down again. He's going to come back. It's not if. It's not probably. He used to fuck you. You used to be a constant source of vagina for this man. People generally come back to where they used to get food. If a raccoon find food somewhere one time, he will come back there and send his kids back there for centuries. Men are the same way. If you were a source of vagina to us 20 years ago, we will try to look you up 20 years later. We will do that shit. So you got to know that he will come back. Number 7 is don't be so quick to take him back. Even if he's talking about, I want to be in a relationship with you, I was wrong for what I did, I'm hoping that we can really build something together. Of course he's going to say that. He's trying to fuck. So what you need to do is take all of that in and say, it's something I need to think about. It's something that I need to really see if it's a good thing for me. You got to make sure that it's real and that he's not playing with your emotions like he did before. So that's the information I got for you. follow these 7 rules. The number one was keep it real with yourself. 2 was figure out what's missing. 3 was stop being so sexually available and give him something else. Number 4 was sever contact. Get rid of these clowns. Number 5, spend some single time. Stop jumping from dick to dick. Number 6, start looking for a replacement. You got your shit together, now you can find somebody that's going to treat you right. Number 7, don't be so quick to take these cats back. So if you like what I said, if I was any help to you, go ahead and leave a comment on the box below. If I wasn't any help to you, leave a comment anyway. Hell, I'd like to know. So hit me up on Twitter at Chazz Ellis. Thank you for listening. Peace.